welcome to tonight's Skylark Soundbite. Let me begin by telling you a story. It's a story from my own life, probably a couple of decades ago now, before there was such a thing as internet and Kindles and that kind of thing. When we went on holiday, we sometimes borrowed books from our friends, and one particular book that I borrowed, this amazing thriller, was a well-loved, well-read book. The spine was slightly coming apart. Do you remember those sorts? And you have to make sure you don't lose the pages. Well, I was on holiday reading through it. It was a real page turner, and I kept going until there were no more pages left to turn. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't the end of the book. It was the end of the bit that I had, but the last bits were missing. I went to my room, couldn't find them, and I realised that I didn't have the end of the story. I couldn't go online either and find out what the rest of the story was, because online didn't exist. The internet hadn't been invented. You know, there are loads of films out there as well that have amazing twists and turns right near the end. And if you missed the last 5 or 10 minutes, you would miss so much that was crucial to the plot and the outcome of the story. Good Friday. Isn't it a strange name for a day in which a man gets crucified? Good. Who called it good? Jesus? The disciples? Why didn't they call it Bleak Friday or Terrible Friday, Abhorrent Friday, Black Friday, but not the Black Friday we now know? Why did they call it good? Well, the thing is, they didn't. It was people later. People who knew the rest of the story, who'd watched the film to the end, who had the complete book and were able to see what was going to happen beyond Friday. They were able to call it good. But why? Why is it relevant? Why am I sitting here in my house in 2020, over 2,000 years since that guy was crucified? Why has it changed my life? Why do I think it's Good Friday? It's a story about love. The greatest love story ever told. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that his Son might die on the cross for you and for me, that we might have life in all its fullness, the life we were designed to have. Where we're hopeless, we would have hope. Where we're despairing, we would have joy. Where we're hurt, we would be comforted. Life now and life for eternity with him. That really is good news. And that's why this is called Good Friday. Where do you find yourself at the moment? Do you find it to be Black Friday? To be dark? To be bleak? To be despairing? Hopeless? Difficult? Are you grieving? Are you hurting? Let me tell you some news. This is not the end of the story. Good Friday is good because Sunday is coming. This is not the end of your story. The rest of the story is going to unfold over the next couple of days, and Nikki and I would love to invite you back. Nikki's going to take us through Easter Saturday tomorrow, and then the two of us on Sunday morning are going to unpack the end of the story where Jesus rose and defeated death. This amazing love story. You are invited into it. Please come and listen to the rest of it with us. You take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.